To my friend, Reverend Washington, when you called me and asked me to come and be a part of your program, I felt it was a high honor. But I also felt that I would have been kind of remiss if you had not called me, because I feel there's been a great connection between us, going back to the time we worked together in the association. And if ever I knew of a man with a gentle heart and an humble spirit, it's Reverend Washington. To me, he's a gentle giant, a man with a somewhat short stature, but tall volume when it comes to speaking about God. The Word of God is always true. Reverend Washington, I say this about you. When you find a friend who sticks closer than a brother, that's you. When times got rough, when times got hard, things were not going as you felt they should go or ought to go, you were still encouraging. And I'll never forget that. And those are the things that we cherish the most, is you know your true friends when you're down. And Reverend Washington, I want to thank you for the love that you've shown and the companionship that you've shown, the friendship that you've shown, you and your lovely wife. Anytime that you've come into St. Philip Missionary Baptist Church, it's always been a blessing. You've been one of the pastors. If I was having a program at St. Philip, if you didn't show up, then I knew something was wrong. And that happened to me this last revival. I said, Reverend Washington's not well. And sure enough, because that's how faithful you've been in my life. That you've been there every year. Every time our doors have opened, you've always accepted the invitation, and you've been a true friend. So Reverend Washington, my blessings to you are, continue to let the light of God's love shine in your heart. You've been a blessing to me, and I'm sure to others. And I know that your crown and reward is waiting for you whenever you decide to move further. But keep on praising God. Keep on lifting him up. Stay on, because this is what has brought you to where you are. That you've been exalted today because of God in your life. And I thank you for the blessings that you've sent my way. On a little note, I ask all of you, some of you may or may not know, keep me and my wife in prayer. I thank you for shuffling the program, and I'm headed back to the one person, the other half of me that makes me whole. And I've been by her side. She's been down quite a while. The one thing I can assure you, God has never left us. He's never forsaken us. And as I always tell her, we're going to beat this. Christmas morning, she went in the hospital and stayed for 2 weeks, but God has been with us every step of the way. I want you all to know prayer works. Prayer works. Because prayer is when you show your love to God and God shows his love to you. And we need to stop just talking to God. We need to listen more. Because God has a lot to say right about now. Because the world is in a mess. But God is still sovereign. He's still on the throne. I didn't come to preach, but I just had to lift him up. Because he's a mighty God. God bless you, Reverend Washington. We'll be in touch. And I know I'm going to get you to come and preach for me again. In Nazareth Outreach, you've been wonderfully blessed to have had him as your pastor. I can truly say that. And may God continue to bless you and keep you.